You see, I think most of you guys have it completely wrong when it comes to OnlyFans management. The biggest mistake most of you guys make, whether you're an OnlyFans creator or an agency owner, is the idea of, okay, well, if I want to make a lot of money on OnlyFans, I just need to keep bringing in new fans and that's it. There's some part to it, but the most important thing is actually retention, making sure that the fans don't unsubscribe and leave, because it's so much easier to retain a fan than it is to keep bringing new ones in. So in today's video, I'm going to be going over exactly how to make sure you are retaining your fans and subscribers rather than losing them. So the first thing that you should consider and keep a very, very close attention to is your reply rate, because the longer you take to reply, the more likely that person is going to go elsewhere or just forget about the account and not come back, right? So you need to make sure the response rate is instant. So as soon as a message comes through, you're able to reply instantly, right? Now I get it, you guys are very, very busy, so hence why you're able to hire people and delegate certain aspects of the conversation, but making sure the reply rate is fast and quick is the most important thing, because you have to keep in mind that, look, that person probably hasn't only subscribed to you. That person has most likely subscribed to dozens of other OF creators, and if you are the one that isn't replying, well, he or she will just go ahead and talk to somebody else, and there you've lost another subscriber. Not only that, if you're constantly there replying, you're also building that rapport over a long period of time. You know, you're going to start to understand, what does this person do for work? Where are they? What do they do? What are their interests? What are their hobbies? What do they like? Okay, and the more you understand this particular subscriber and this fan, the more likely they're going to want to come back and speak with you, because you built that rapport. And again, this is that one thing that will be able to set yourself aside from all of the other creators that he or she has subscribed to. Now, the second thing I wanted to talk about was content. Every single week, if not every single day, there should be a plethora of new content, both for social media, but of course on your OF page as well. Again, you got to remember that they're probably subscribed to a bunch of other creators. And if everybody else is constantly posting new photos and videos and engaging with the fans, etc., and you're not, well, you're going to forget about you very, very quickly. So make sure that every single day you take time out of your day to create new content to publish on there. And not only just the random content here and there, try to make it a little bit different. Maybe you have a specific niche. Maybe you're kind of like a gamer girl. Maybe create content around that. And then also think every single day there is something happening around the world. Obviously you've got Halloween, Valentine's, and so on and so on. Try to make content that is specific to what is going on currently around the world. Now the next one I wanted to talk about are softwares. So there are so many different things you can do with a bunch of different softwares, but one, for example, you're able to follow back all of the new fans and subscribers, so then therefore if they do unsubscribe, you're able to send out a mass message to everybody to get them to come back, and you need to give them a reason to come back as well. If you don't do this, somebody will just unsubscribe and leave the account, and therefore you don't know where they've gone and you have no way to contact them. Another thing to keep in mind is you want to, again, like I mentioned in a previous point, you want to incentivize people to have rebill on. Rebill, aka that they're gonna keep subscribing and so on and so on, right? And for a lot of creators that we work with, we give, of course, incentives to the fans on why they should have rebill on. As a really, really simple example, I'm sure most of you guys can think of it. For example, you can send out a message saying, hey, I noticed your rebill is turned off. If you turn it back on, I'm gonna give you a free piece of content, right? Essentially different ideas that you guys want to think outside of the box on different things that you could do and offer and give for free if the rebill is on. And again, you can categorize these fans which have rebill on and which don't, etc. And the ones that don't, you might want to put a little bit more extra focus in terms of the chatting, and again, building that rapport with them and making sure they come back. So these are loads of different things that you guys can think about taking away from this video. But look, I think the main point I need you to understand is that, first of all, in order to make longevity and a lot of money on OF, you need to be thinking about long term, okay? Which is making sure you build rapport with every single fan, and then therefore they're able to come back, etc., etc. Now there is some nuance to this. I mentioned this in the previous video. You can check it out on my YouTube channel, which is about how to not waste a lot of time. Now I know I said every single fan, but technically there are going to be some fans who are just there to waste your time. They have no intention of spending money and so on and so on. So those ones you don't necessarily want to be talking all day, every day, and you're going to start to learn kind of how to avoid these, etc. Again, I have a whole YouTube video specifically about just that topic. But once you understand that there are a couple fans that will be specifically either big spenders or just kind of your average people who are spending a couple bucks here and there, those are the ones you want to be putting a lot of focus and energy into, and building that rapport, making sure you understand who they are, they understand who you are, and so on and so on. So then they're going to be wanting to come back to you compared to all of the other creators that may maybe just send out a mass message. We cover all of this and a lot more in our online coaching program. Not only that, we also have an entire free training. So if you're watching this and you maybe don't have a lot of money to get get started with. We've created an entire online live training that you can watch. There'll be a link down below for that as well. And as always, please leave a like on the video just before you leave. I really, really appreciate it, and I'll see you on the next one.